Miss Rona, I got a question. Why you serve the girl so fierce? Hey, Miss Rona, I got a question. Why you serve the girl so fierce? Hey, Miss Rona, I got a question. Why you serve the girl so fierce? I'm an international diva. You follow me from the right to the left. You might just wanna hold your breath. 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 You might just wanna hold your breath.
Flip it and reverse it.
Yes, bitches! I'm back! God let me back here for my second show. You bitches show some support and some love to the first show. As you heard that good Kiki music, honey, it's Kiki Thursday, Sipping Tea with Miss D. I am Miss D, a.k.a. Darnell, a.k.a. Miss D. What do you want me to do, D? Look into the camera? Got me confused here. Is that good enough? You see that? You see, is that good? Like that? Sipping Tea with Miss D here at DSN, D Matrix Studios. And tonight I have a very special guest. I have several special guests. I have Val's Kitchen in here, who fucking cooked this delicious meal that I'm gonna nosh on for you in front of the camera. Nosh. Nosh. If you're a real Brooklyn girl, Brooklyn Jew, you know what nosh means. She made me a good macaroni and cheese, fried chicken, salad, and rice and stuff like that. Val's Kitchen, or your catering needs, or your catering goods. That's my Bolton family. My Bronx family, love them down. All of the Boltons. Jay Johnson, one of my best friends. We've done a lot of business ventures together. Jay Johnson, Stylist of the Stars, is here. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome my special guest tonight, baby. My brother on Gay Code, creative artist. This boy is amazing. Kid Lit Music, everybody. Come on in, kid. Oh, we gotta open the door. D has it locked in here. He has it in here like the panic room. So you have to bring him in here, press a button. So let me say it again. My special guest tonight, hand claps and all, Kid Lit Music, bitches. Give me a beer and gift. Have a seat, a hot seat. Kid Lit Music. We met each other on the... He is a part of Gay Code. He's very busy now. We can't get him back. We don't know why. You know, like
I am
he's
not
very
that busy.
He's very Cardi B. But he is a creative artist, musical genius, entertainer. I mean, that's what I got from listening to all your stuff. Honestly, to tell you the truth,
I appreciate it.
Tell the people where you're from and what you do.
So where's the camera?
Right here, it's one. Right here, it's one.
Okay.
And it's one somewhere else.
Is this the mic right here?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
They can see
What's
you no matter
on,
what
people?
you do.
What's going on, people?
Yes.
How you doing? I'm here. Thank you so much, first of all, for
No,
inviting
kid,
me.
I watch you, I see you, I look at you, and I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I get it too. I try to get it some more.
Thanks for fucking getting it, okay? It's hard for bitches to get it, right? It's hard for bitches to get it. Tell the people where you're from, who you are, where you're from, for those who don't know.
Let's start from the beginning. So I am actually from Brooklyn, New York.
Yes, Brooklyn, I didn't know that. Okay, Brooklyn, all right, me too.
Brooklyn earlier, so shout out to BK.
Yes, BK to the fullest, yes.
Yeah. And by way of the Caribbean, though. So my parents are actually not from Brooklyn.
Where are they from?
So my mom is from Guyana.
Oh, you're
South
Guyanese.
America. Yeah.
Oh, so that explains the drink with the pepper, the jalapeno
Yeah,
tequila.
exactly.
Okay.
We like it spicy.
All right. Okay.
And lit. Kid lit.
Kid lit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, kid lit. All right.
So just to explain, guys, this drink right here is actually a spicy jalapeno cucumber kind of like mix. I call it the kid mix.
It's not really that
kid
spicy.
Mix.
Kid mix. The kid lit mix.
The kid lit mix.
Yes.
It doesn't really give as spicy as much. Yeah.
Guyanese parents.
Guyanese,
Are they both from Guyana?
No, my dad's from Tobago. He's from Tobago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's a little different.
It's a little mix.
Yeah.
A little swirl.
Oh, so that gives like your Trinidadian features and Tobago and Trinidadian.
Tell me about those people.
I'm Caribbean. I'm a Caribbean girl. I'm from Flatbush, Brooklyn.
All right.
Oh,
okay.
yeah. I'm the fucking you in here. I can tell you all about everything that's going on with you with Guyana and Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay.
I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from Flatbush, Brooklyn. I know all about Caribbean people. I'm Caribbean.
Of course.
So, but I've never heard of that.
What island are you
my
from?
father is Jamaican. My mother's American, but my father's Jamaican.
Jamaican.
But I'm very
guessed
Jamaican. I am very Jamaican.
Yeah.
Very. I'm very Caribbean.
All right.
I can get very Caribbean.
Put on the patois. Let me hear some of the patois.
Any other? I have my papers.
You never know.
Look,
you never know.
Look, I gotta be like, I have my papers. Okay.
Yeah.
So how did you, being from Caribbean descent or
Okay.
Caribbean parents and stuff like that? How did you learn that you were an artist? Like, how did you learn that you were creative? Because Caribbean-wise, you know, it's hard for you to do anything. Your parents have this set thing for you.
Right.
It's go to school, become a nurse, become a doctor, become a lawyer, become something medical, and that's it.
That's pretty accurate. Like my mom, she's in the medical field. My dad's in the medical field.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, and they both, you know, met in this country. Both athletes, like grew up in church.
The whole
very
Caribbean
Christian,
thing. Seven-day
Adventist.
Adventist.
I actually grew up Seventh-day Adventist. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would say I found my creativity just in imagination. Just like growing up, being a kid. You know, like knowing what I wanted and knowing that I wanted something bigger, but I also wanted to be myself. And I think finding myself allowed me to like create music, just finding a lot of what I was into, what I was interested in. So I wrote my first song, I feel like at like 16 maybe.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I had just learned how to really write like haiku poems, and I don't think I have the.
Oh my
original.
God! So I don't want to. I can't ask you your age. But when somebody
I'm
says
32. I'm 32.
Oh, okay,
I'm
because
32 strong.
I'm an old girl. I'm old. I'm old. I'm an old fart.
Okay.
And I thought that only our generation knew about haikus and shit like that. I didn't know that they were still teaching the kids that.
I learned it in like elementary school first, but then I had a project and I was learning some more in high school. And I remember playing around with it and the wordplay, and my teacher at the time really liked my wordplay and would tell me that all the time.
We were talking about the teachers before we got
Yeah, teachers are so critical to like success.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a teacher that took like a good interest in me, and I wrote a lot of poetry and I wrote like things like that. But I was really, really into just discovering more of like who I was. I struggled a lot with like sexuality and shit. So with that,
so that's funny. I don't have to go into that because you already went into that.
All that.
So
all that.
Pronouns. In the world of pronouns
Yeah.
and gender and what you are and what you're not and what to call me.
Okay.
What do you consider yourself? What do you want the public to know? This is what Kidlit is. So no one can get that misconstrued it when you leave here.
Yeah. Sometimes I think about it and I want to add the cool factor and I want to say they, them, I want to do that because I am in touch with my feminine side, but if someone calls me girl, it's usually like a close friend, like a close gay friend, like my best friend.
Right,
Paris.
that's just the lingo. Not
Yeah,
saying
but my
like you want to
pronoun
be a
is
girl,
usually
like
he.
you want to be trans.
I'm pretty clear that it's a he.
So
him,
non-binary.
his. No, he, him, his.
Oh, okay.
He, him, his.
Okay.
I on paper, I would want it to reflect that on paper, just because I don't know, like I embrace my masculine side, but I also
Yes, you do.
can understand where the femininity comes in because I embrace that side too. So
Yeah, but you don't give me the Saucy Santanas and the Uncle Cliffords and the rest of the girls. You're not giving me that, which the industry is pushing.
Industry's been pushing that,
because they feel like this is this agenda against the hetero black man.
Yeah.
I feel like there's an agenda against all black men that they don't really talk about because it's like an issue with gay men already, so they don't talk about that. But in the industry, to me, it's like they push black gay men who are creative artists to be this one way.
Yeah.
Like you have to put on a heel and you have to put on a wig and Vogue and drop to the floor.
Right.
And that's what we're accepting and that's what we're going to put on.
And I'm into the ballroom scene. I'm really into it. Like I follow a lot of the pages. I see a lot of the artists, and the music is dope. Mike Q and all the kids. Like I fucks with it, but I get what you're saying. Like they are pushing that image. They've been pushing it for a while. My music is here to actually marry the two. Like I'm here to marry heteros and gays.
That's so funny because me and Jason was saying that.
Okay.
Yeah. We
Awesome.
said that you merged the two very well.
Thank you.
Yes.
Trade for pay, they know you gay. How much would it take to be your bae?
Yes. So that is the song is called. That song is called "Be My Babe," right?
Be the bae.
Be the bae.
Yeah, be the bae.
What was the inspiration behind that song? Because I didn't want to go straight into that song because it kind of segued into something else. But just give me the inspiration of it, and we'll get to it later.
When I record my songs, I'm typically in like a really altered state, mood-wise, drug-wise, alcohol-wise. I'm pretty much into that, and it's not because
it sounds very ecstasy.
It's not because I want to, and maybe Eve once in a while.
Yeah.
It's not because I want to be necessarily. It's more so like that's how music
You tap in.
has tapped it. Like I tap into like another universe, but I can do it sober. But it's just it enhances it. I think that way. So I was a little tired of like I was dealing with somebody who was Yo, trade, like typical trade, like, you know, trade, the trade, like
I always talk about.
like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
like
a connoisseur of trade.
For
I'm
those
the
who
Oprah
don't
Winfrey of
know,
trade.
for those who don't know what trade is,
Yes.
Essentially, think about the
explain
name.
your definition of trade. Because
Think about the
everyone has
name.
a different definition.
I think they defined it pretty well in, you know, Paris is Burning. I think they defined it pretty well.
But that's
in,
old trade. Those trades are dead.
But I don't think those trades are dead. I think
They're
those
not
trades
dead,
are still
but
here.
those trades-
they have re-emerged and evolved and shit.
I get it. I'm not from the Paris is Burning days. I
Yeah.
didn't learn into the Paris is Burning until my early 20s.
Yeah.
Late teens is when I learned about Paris is Burning and all that kind of stuff. And it changed us.
Yeah.
And I want to say my mid 20s is when I watched Paris is Burning.
Right,
honestly,
right,
to tell you
right.
the truth. And I've been fucking with trade since I was young.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The trade boys in the block, the tradie, you know, just trade in general.
It's a thing about
it's a trade. You're certain girls
Yeah.
are a trade magnet and certain girls aren't.
It's true. Circles don't want to be. But I think it's a thing about just human nature because we want things that we can't get. And I think women do it too with men. Like, you know, you have this stickler of a man who might be a square and might be a nerd and might not be the bad boy, right? But like the girls want the bad boy, not because the bad boy has more money, not because the bad boy has, it's just the swag. So like typical with gay men don't want another gay man like themselves. They want something they can't get. They want a challenge. And I think trade for me is like they're trading something. They're trading like merchandise, money, something for an opportunity, for some sex, for whatever they can get. They're trading that. I think that's where it comes in. And there's so many guys like that. So the inspiration behind that song came from a situation where I was dealing with that, and the guy was just acting stupid. Like, you know what's going on, but like, don't make me feel like you don't, because then it devalues like the way I feel about myself. So it's kind of like tongue in cheek, like,
What's your sign?
trade for gay. I'm a Leo.
Oh.
Yeah, round.
Oh. Yeah, you came in here like a Leo. Now that you said that you're a Leo, you came in a Leo. So, okay, my question for you now is, because, you know, your music to me,
Yeah.
I don't listen to a lot of girls and can go, okay, doctor.
Yeah,
Make
that's
me
Romeo.
over.
Shout out to
Yes.
Romeo Melodic. That was one of the
Corona,
first
why
tracks.
you do the girl so fierce.
Yes, he had the lines.
Yes.
In that one.
When did you know that you had an ability to be creative? Because I know you had
Yeah.
this thing on your back.
Yeah.
Being Caribbean. You had this thing on your back. So I know you said you use it in the escape, but when did you know? When did you first say to yourself, okay, like I'm creative. I can do this.
Are you talking about specifically music, writing music, and
Anything
producing
that you
music?
do. Because I feel like you do everything.
Because I started out like actually doing a blog, like it was called the Follow the Experience blog, and I did it all through college, right? So my first experience with that was getting into concerts for free was like my thing, you know what I mean? So I creatively found ways to make that happen. So I did it through like coverage, I did it through press, I did it through singing background for an artist. Like I was just creatively coming up with things like that, and I felt like singing to me came naturally. Like it came in church, you know. I was a part of some groups that recruited me and stuff. And
Yeah, because you hold a note. You be holding notes.
I hold a little note. I hold a little bellow, you know, a little something, a little tenor, you know, baritone.
Okay, so tell us about the blog, because I didn't know that you were blogging
I had
and
a
all that kind
blog,
of stuff.
Follow the Experience. If you Google it, you'll see some stuff about it. But, you know, I used to cover a lot. I used to do artist interviews. It was like a podcast before podcasting, essentially.
So
I used
it was
to go to
internet
concerts.
radio.
It was a ton of good shit. Like, but it wasn't even
Because
like
that's what they used
it
to
was
call
written.
podcasting.
It was written.
Oh, okay.
Written.
Because they call podcasting internet radio.
But it was like the coverage thing. Like I was going to stuff. I was covering topics, like all the you know, benefits and awards. I'm covering all that stuff. And it was a time when you can send an email to any of these press people, and they would get excited because people want to, you know, cover shit. Like they wanted the coverage in the press from independent blogs when blogging was big. So that was my thing. So I created a whole website, and I wrote pieces for like, you know, for like years doing that. Just
That's dope.
yeah.
So then you use that, and you use that as a way to go into music.
I did use it as a segue because I was going to a lot of concerts, covering a lot of press and
And
stuff,
seeing the artists
and
and
seeing
being
the
like, I could
artists,
do
and
this.
I was like, I could do this thing too, like for real,
Right.
for real.
I mean, you do it very well. Kobe
Thank
Bryant.
you, thank you.
How much more does the song Kobe Bryant mean to you now
Oh my God!
after his passing?
Wow, it's so funny that you say that.
Because I was shocked when
Yeah.
I went to go do my research. I was shocked that you had a song called Kobe Bryant, and
I-
the feel of the song is totally different than what Kobe Bryant
totally,
is.
totally, yeah,
But
yeah.
I can get why you made the song Kobe Bryant.
It's for me the lyrics go, bitch, I'm balling every day, call me Kobe Bryant. Like, and for me, I'm not a huge Lakers fan. Like, it's not. I'm from New York, so naturally I like the Nets. I like the Knicks.
You like
that's my thing.
our
I come from
teams.
the Jason Kidd era,
Right.
like Jefferson, like Kittles. Like I come from that era, you know. So that was my thing. But Kobe, there was something special about Kobe. Like there was just something
he was
special.
fine.
I don't know if he was Eritrean or something. Like he had, first of all, his features were very specific. Like that's like a man, like a man, and like his demeanor was always respectful.
He was the trade.
I don't think he was the trade.
No,
because he was the trade, and not that he loved women.
Yes,
for
but
sure.
he was not trade because
he was idolized.
All trade does not sleep with guys.
Right, that's true.
Trade is a form of masculinity.
Yeah.
So when we get down to it's a formation of masculinity.
Okay.
Trade is not because you're a piece of trade that you sleep with the girls or trade things with the girls.
Right.
Trade is masculinity. And that's why we like them, because we like masculinity.
Yeah.
It took me to get to this age to understand that's what it was.
Yeah.
I went to Charlotte a couple of months ago, at the beginning of the summer, and I have a cousin who is I don't want to say an AG, but she's a dom.
She's a dom.
She's a dom.
I
She's
remember
an AG.
that out, yeah.
She's very dykey.
Yeah.
My first lesbian experience, my first gay feature, I met Sanaya through her. This is how I learned about Sanaya and all of these girls.
Make
Mother
me
Sanaya.
like Sanaya.
Mother
Make
Sanaya.
me like Alora.
Yes.
That's Romeo Melodic
and
right there.
My cousin, we were driving, we was having this conversation. She said, I'm tired of the girls that want to be down for me when it's good, and then they get a nigga and they go run off to some dick. Right. And I know you're tired of the same thing. And she said, for me, what it is, and I'm going to tell you why we like what we like. Mm-hmm. And she said to me, you like what you like because you like masculinity.
Right.
And I like what I like because I like femininity.
Right.
Because I'm masculine.
Yeah.
And you're feminine. So you like masculinity. And that's all that it is.
Yeah.
It's not really like, I don't expect every trade to get down. But honey, they're getting down.
Oh, they're getting down these days. It's COVID too.
They're getting down. They're getting down. Right. No, fuck the kids. The trade, no, it's beware. Trade beware now. Because they're getting the girls and they're getting the gays. They're going to start impregnating bitches and hibernate for the winter.
Jeffree Star's boobies? Like, it's giving you, like, breaking up families easily. Like, it's like the niggas are out here just doing
And I don't
things.
mean to bring every down to the race, but I don't get with the white cunts.
I feel you. I brought it up only to let you know.
I don't want to talk about the white cunts. Jeffree Star should be found and hung. They should hung him. They should hang him. Sorry. They should hang him. I'm sorry. No, I'm
by the 19-inch, like, motherfucking, like, he got the motherfucking Remy.
Some bitch
like, he got
needs to drag him. I don't understand that this girl ain't have a gay cousin.
What did Jeffree Star do? What did Jeffree Star do?
It's not that he did anything, but, you know, the press on Jeffree Star weeks before was he said some very racist things about blacks.
He had said that
black
a couple years. It was a couple years ago
that unearthed recently.
I didn't like that.
And I feel like
I didn't like that.
I feel like this was the cleanup.
Yeah. Oh, you feel like the basketball guys to clean up?
The basketball guys to clean up.
Oh no, honey, no. I don't think that's a cleanup. Jeffree Star been cleaning up for quite some time, trying to make up for. He's fine. Like Jeffree Star's always.
And then they were mad at I think Arrogant Tay or someone did his hair or something, and all of this bullshit. But Kobe was a piece of athletic trade.
Let's talk about Kobe.
Yes, because Kobe was
everything.
He was on Moesha with Brandy.
Kobe was
with
on
Jordan.
He was also on Fresh Prince, right? Fresh Prince.
Kobe was like trade. He was trade.
He was everything. He actually did rap too. He did music.
He did rap
and
too.
that was actually the connection that I had to him. That's why I actually wrote the song. I didn't know Kobe did music until I wrote that song.
Oh wow!
I started looking up stuff and I was coming up with concept, and his name rhymed with something in the song, and I said, you know what, I want to use his name. How do I incorporate it? And I ended up making a song about him because I just Googled him, Kobe music, and then it turns out he was a rapper. He had like tracks, like he had like music out. You know what I'm saying? Like he had like I forget who worked with him, but it's like a big producer.
You know, when it comes to the rappers,
it was actually really. It gave me like Will Smith vibes. Like it was really good.
The LA, the West Coast thing.
Oh, it was so good.
When basketball players do music though.
Yeah, they
stick to the dribble. Okay, please.
Yeah,
please stick to the dribble.
He was good.
Shaquille O'Neal.
He was good.
Shaq was the Shaquille O'Neal era.
What was the song that Shaq came out with?
Shaq had so many songs, I don't know. But Shaq had dolls. He had songs. He had Shaquille.
Yeah.
Stay in one place. He's a Pisces. That's my Pisces sister.
Yeah.
This is not my brother. I know she's done some things. Pisces are nasty. My Pisces sister Shaquille O'Neal. When she raps, stick to rap, honey.
Right.
Okay?
I feel you.
Superhead said his dick was very little. Very, very little. Oh, I
But
can
you know
imagine.
who she said
I've
is
been
really
there
big?
before.
You know
I've been,
who's on she
I've
said
been
is really
6'7"
big?
and 2 inches. I've been there
Do you
before.
know whose dick she said is really big?
We're not talking about Superhead up here. She didn't pay this rent. So,
I was about to drop it.
we'll talk about that out of the room. Look, so, Liddy,
Yes, talk to
that's
me.
your thing.
That's my thing. Kid
Where did the
Liddy.
name Kid Lit come from? And
Yeah.
why are you so Liddy? Why is there a Liddy Kitty 4? Liddy Kitty 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Liddy
Keep up,
Kitty.
keep up,
Kitty
y'all.
Liddy
It's about to be a
Jazz.
third one. About to be a third one
Liddy
coming
Kitty
up.
R&B.
Yeah, it is.
Tell them why you love Liddy Kitty or being a Liddy Kitty.
Liddy Cage is a creation in my mind. Like, you know, I'm already feline. That's why I say, like, a lion is a funny animal because, you know, as being a Leo, like, you know, a lion,
Male lions are very
they're
feminine too.
They're very feminine. He's like in the pride, sitting down in the sun while the bitch catches the meat. Like, that's a big thing to me. And I'm like, he's sitting up supposed to be the masculine man, bringing home the meat, and he's sitting down, manning himself, grooming himself the whole day while
like the trade do.
crew, like the trade do, the crew of women or the pride of lionesses are out there. You know, the Simba and the
Nalas and
of
everybody
them all.
else.
Yeah, all that out there catching the food. So like for me, like the feline of it all, I was like, I don't quite want to say there's nothing that really goes like with lit that's gonna be like lion, Liddy, lion. Like it didn't make sense. But I said, oh my god, Liddy Kitty. Like there was something that about like a cat that just like enticed me, and I was like, I want to be a cat today. Like not a lion, not as ferocious as the lion just yet, but it's like a cat, like feline, able to slip through some shit. I don't know if you ever watched the movie Catwoman, like, you know,
now
Michelle
which
Pfeiffer
Catwoman?
did
We
that
gotta
shit.
be
Michelle Pfeiffer.
That's my favorite too.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Batman Returns.
I mean, I cannot do I love Black Woman, but Halle Berry, that was a terrible fucking movie. It was so bad. It was trash.
You know
Just
what I
terrible portrayal
seen
of
talk
like
about Catwoman with Halle Berry?
Yeah.
I seen that in the middle of nowhere in Port Jarvis, New York, and we went. I was a camp counselor in Port Jarvis, New York, Campus Kids Mini Sync, actually.
Okay.
And on the weekend, we went to. I was so like, oh, Catwoman, Halle Berry's Catwoman. We gotta go support Halle Berry's Catwoman.
Right.
So let's go to some small town that has it there, and we went to the nearest biggest mall near Port Jarvis.
Okay.
And went, and I was so disappointed. I was sitting there like, I cannot believe that I came to somewhere
Just
where
bad.
I can be lynched down the street for coming to watch this movie.
To support a black
And
woman who
she's
gave us
horrible. The haircut was horrible.
just
The outfit was
awful
horrible.
hair, the licking.
They
of the
owe
hair
her. They owe her
wasn't
another
sexy,
super. I mean, well, they gave her
nothing.
another superhero. They gave her Storm.
Storm, she killed Storm, but Storm is regular.
Yeah,
regular.
Storm.
It wasn't
Storm,
giving us
Storm,
like.
Storm needs a judge
She
now.
never had a Phoenix moment, Storm. Unfortunately, it gave us very like, you know, just blending.
Now with the
It was
kitty
like,
thing, because you know in our community, kitty can go a lot of way.
it can, and I'm versatile.
What's
it can go both ways.
Okay. Oh, well, I don't even.
Fully versed.
I gotta skip my next question now. You can put it right here. Now. I want to pull you out.
I anticipate the girls.
Sorry, Shan.
I anticipate them.
Yes. Okay. Yes. This is that good Val's Kitchen. Are you getting this on the camera?
Oh, that looks good.
You say you didn't want none because you were
No,
skinny.
baby, I'm getting some. I'm taking it to go.
You say you was too slim to eat.
I didn't want to
Val's
eat before
Kitchen
set
here.
because we're filming.
You get into that
That's
Val's
all.
Kitchen.
But I will be eating after.
Val's
Save the plate.
Kitchen. Okay, so my next question is Sugar Daddy Kitty Bounce.
That was my premiere. That was my thing. Oh, shout out to everyone on set. Some rest in peace because I don't talk to them no more. But girls, but shout out to everybody on set though. No shade, wink. No, honestly, I had some really good talent. Like Harrison, H Diddy, he styled it. Kaloum, he shot it. I had my sister who was actually creative director. I had Shay Kawai who provided some of the pieces for the woman. I had the makeup. Professionally in 2014, but I would say this: when I graduated from college in 2010, I came back to New York, and admittedly knew. I said, you know, I got involved with some gospel groups.
Gospel.
That was my
For
genre
what?
because that was where I grew up, and so I got involved.
Oh, okay,
with,
yes.
I was
See,
involved
that's the
with,
thing about being Caribbean.
Yeah, that's
want to
okay.
stay true
But
to your faith.
I'm very true to my faith to this day. Like, I don't attend church every time. I'm very more spiritual. But I definitely believe in God.
Just because we do
all
not
that.
mean that we don't have a love for God and God doesn't.
Oh
Have a
no,
love for us.
trust.
That's
Yeah.
what the books. That's what the system is trying to make it.
Of course. But I get all that. So for me, I'm still connected with God. But I loved my gospel groups. I was a part of like Carl Jackson, Eminence, Laos and Harmony. I did a group of Solid Rock, like a praise team type of thing. Like, but that's where I discovered my love for music. And so outside of doing that, I realized like gospel is going in one direction for me, and it got a little boring in terms of like the craftsmanship and like how to come up with, like, especially black gospel. It just got a little boring, and I wasn't into doing all the runs and the riffs and everything. I tried at a time to learn that shit.
It's kind of hard because some
It's
people
hard.
are like me. I wasn't a trained gospel singer.
I'm not a trained gospel
but
singer
I can
at all.
sing. Like
I
God has
believe you
given me
can.
the
You
gift.
have a voice.
Yes,
Yeah.
God has given me the gift of singing.
And I believe that
but
too.
when I look at what people look at, because people
To
think like,
revert.
oh, were you trained in church gospel? And I'm like,
Right.
no, that's just how it comes out because that's the soul.
Right, right.
There's like a difference. So you came back, you did the music.
I did all the music and all that. I rapped, and I started managing artists low key. Like I started meeting people
wow.
out in the scene because I partied very hard. I was out in the social scene in New York a lot, and I met a lot of different artists.
Do
and
you
different
miss that?
designers.
Because that's dead.
No, I don't miss it because I'm still doing it. Like
Okay.
I am the party. You got to come in the room and be the party. Like you got to
are
just
the party. If you
gotta
ever
be the
watch
party.
his Instagram and look at his Instagram,
I'm serious,
He's
like,
very much the party.
I never went to a party with expectation for the party to be lit. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
that's just like
because
New
you're
York.
fucking kid lit.
That you got to inject it when you can. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, and that's just like facts. Like that's the new COVID life. You got to go to the party. But
right.
I started managing artists, and I realized these artists were great, talented, whatever. But I realized they were not going to work as hard as I was going to work for myself. And a lot of the times it would be like missed studio stuff, missed deadlines, shit that.
Talk about it, D. You can relate?
It annoyed me, and for me, I'm like, miss studio sessions. I'm like, these are fundamental things that the artist you should embrace to be successful. I said, you know what? I'm tired of doing it for other people. I'm just going to be an artist myself. I can sing, I can write.
Everybody gets to that
do
point,
That was
you share your
2014 for
talents
me.
with people. They
Of
don't
course.
appreciate it. They take it.
For free, doing everything for free,
They go do their own thing, and then you're left in the wind, and you have to say to yourself, let me do me.
Well, we never got the point of them doing their own thing because they weren't serious about their craft.
Right.
And things happen. People, they have babies,
Grow,
they
right.
grow up, they grow
there's
whatever, they
life,
get over
right.
it. But I was serious about music, and I still am. So 2014, I bought the MIDI keyboard. I bought the Reason DAW software. I bought my licensure. I bought a lot of different things. I invested about $3,000 just in music and in myself. And I said, you know what? I'm going to take the step and learn this shit. I literally took classes on learning how to engineer, how to produce.
That's how you met Chance.
And no, I met Chance through Momentum. That was a different thing.
Shout out to Momentum. Shout out to Chance.
But we do a similar craft. And I
Yes.
taught myself how to do all that shit. And I was like, you know what? Like, I'm just do it for myself.
Getting better. Rock My Mind.
Yes.
Yeah,
you got
these
all
are the songs that I love.
Okay.
Doctor Make Me Over.
Okay.
Explain Pandemic Pussy because that's hilarious to me.
Shout out to Ayana. Shout out to Chanel. Chanel, I love you. Shout out to Paris, my best friend, PWPR. So I was on a call randomly with them. We usually do these FaceTimes, and she'll be in the bathroom, half naked. He's in his, as you saw him today earlier. And we were just talking shit about the pandemic. This was earlier. This is like in like maybe March, April. Mm-hmm. And we're talking about how this shit is going to change the city. Like this shit is crazy. And so my girl said something to the effect of, well, I don't give a fuck if it's a pandemic. This pussy is going to cost the same type of shit. Like she was giving that kind of energy. And I'm like if you know the price of your pussy, like why not? Like you should be taxing niggas more. It's actually inconvenient for you to leave your house.
A
and fuck
real
with a
salesperson takes what they get as long as they make something.
Oh no, that's not what she.
That's that's where the girls fuck up.
No, she's winning. She's winning.
No,
she's winning.
No,
she's winning.
but I said a real girl.
Yeah.
Real girls.
Yeah.
You take what you can get because you might can get more later. You use
That's
it.
true.
You use it as
In
a
some
negotiation piece. I'm a working girl, honey.
Yeah.
Where
But I like a reservation for a bigger coin.
We're working girls, and I learned from a legend. Okay.
Yeah.
An icon, honey.
Yeah.
Take what you could get because you could always get more later.
I've learned the opposite. I've learned to say no often, and actually, I posted it.
Yeah,
today.
but then that makes them come back around and give you what you want,
and you get more later. Trust me, I've reserved out for some things, and it's come back around later, and the price is bigger. So like, no, this was all to say. Like we started talking about different things on the phone about that, and I found the soundbite so like funny. I was like, yo, say that again. I took my mic literally in my studio. This is over the phone, mind you. recorded her vocals, and I put the phone to the mic, and I said, "Say what you said again, just naturally." And she said it, and I said, "I'm putting it on the song." Mind you, I gave them like writing credits and everything. They said 2 lines, and I literally like gave it to them. I was like, "Listen, I'm gonna put you guys on a song, and I'm gonna make this song called Pandemic Pussy, and it's gonna be a fucking like hit." And it's not a hit just yet, you know what I'm saying? I'm still growing, but it's a hit in my mind.
It's a hit.
It's a hit in my mind.
Don't put the block on it.
Pandemic Pussy.
It's a hit. Mugshot.
Mugshot's my favorite of all time.
I love Mugshot.
Did you see how that was invented? Did you see the
No,
original
I don't
video?
know. I was going to ask you, what's the story behind Mugshot?
I can like show you on my phone. Literally, the video is on my phone.
Wait, you were on your Instagram?
I was literally out in like the cold of winter.
With your girls?
With 2 of my homegirls. Their sisters, Chris and her sister.
And I think you had on your fur or something like that too?
That Lexi and Chris, I had on, it wasn't a fur, it was just like a hoodie. It was
I
like
thought you had on,
fall.
like, fur,
It was like fall. It was like a year ago.
yeah.
It was like fall around.
It was
like,
right after we
come
did
this
Gay
time.
Code, I believe.
Right, it was close. It was actually right after we did. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was close by to that time, and we were just running in the street, and I said, "Yo," we were just drunk. I don't know. We were leaving some type of like party. I was drunk, and she was like, "Oh, you're serving face," and I was like, "Oh, shall I serve this mug?" I said, "Wait, that sounds dope." That's how I usually come up with songs. Like it'll be like sound bites of things I'm talking to my friends about because we're always keying about stupid shit.
That's dope because a lot of people can't really I could say a whole lot of shit. I say a whole lot of shit that
You're
should
funny.
be songs.
You say a lot.
I say a whole lot of shit that be
punchlines. I'm sure I can get a few songs out of you.
But I can't. I don't have the ability. Like you have the ability just to go because you already have that set up. You have the ability to go and be like, I'm gonna make this a song.
But it's not even about setup. It's just I have a process where as soon as I hear a soundbite, I take my phone, I record it. I wrote a whole song. I can let you hear it now with my boy Weef and my homegirl Ray. We were just sitting in the stoop, and I said, "Yo, like." We were just rapping over like a beat, and it was just like stupid shit. We were talking about the fucking barbecue we were at or something, and it's just like
right,
people
and
say funny things.
That usually becomes the
people
song.
say funny things when
because you're a creative genius. That's a part of being creative and being a creative genius.
I'm gonna let you hear something.
Girls is my shit though.
Girls
the girls, because you have 2 girls. You have Video Girl and you have The Girls.
Oh, you love Video Girl. You love Video Girl.
Yes, Video Girl and The Girls.
Song.
All the songs that you have named Girls is really. I love The Girls though.
This is let me let you hear this. This is one of them. This is what the way she came up with. Literally, like, sitting down for a barbecue.
I done ordered that motherfucking Grubhub. Let's go, shot it. What?
Now it costs much more than food. You know,
What it cost then?
Should've let me.
Give it up then.
This is how I come up with songs. And I record them. I tell my friends in advance, like, I'm recording you, like, this could be a song. And, like, this Caviar That Pussy to me is a song. Like, I would make a song called
Caviar That Pussy is really dope. That really is a song.
It's like a whole thing.
So I see that you're authentic, and I say that to say this.
Tell
right?
me.
How do you keep being so authentic, like we said earlier, with an industry where they're pushing now these little yachties and these little Uzis and stuff like that to basically take everything from the gay culture, but then go, I'm straight. How do you stay true in a state of all that going on?
Well, I'm not like really sidelined by fads and stuff. For me, I'm like, I know success is gonna come. You know, I'm 32. For me, I'm not giving up at 32. I've been doing this for, you know, damn near 5-6 years. That's not enough time. There's people who've been doing this shit for 10 years since they were kids. I came into the game a little late. So for me, I don't think it's a product of that I'm not talented, that I'm not going to make it. I think it's a talented of timing. And I think I'm ahead for a lot of things that people aren't really tapped into or like tuned into. So I'm not really interested in like what the little Uzis and all those other people do. I love the music.
No, not saying that you're interested in, but I'm saying your industry peers and counterparts.
Yeah,
those are the girls that are taking everything.
Yeah.
And, you know, Lil Yachty is able to put on a wig and turn to the side and say he's Oprah.
Yeah.
And do a song with Drake and it's okay. But if you did it, it would be a backlash to it.
Yeah.
It would be this to it. Or, you know, you might get ahead. Like the Saucy Santanas and what's Trina's cousin name? Trina cousin? Whatever
Probably
his
Lies.
name is. With that thing.
Oh, Lord.
You know, you might, you know, that's what they want to push. It's no shade. It's just the truth. You get what I'm saying to you? Because I've been doing this same thing I've been doing this for my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And I shouldn't hear from somebody like, you act like Medea. No, bitch. Medea acts like me.
Right.
Right?
I feel you. Yeah.
So how do you just stay just true to yourself? I mean, well, you're a Leo. You're always gonna be true.
That's true. That's
You're
true.
always gonna be the sexy Leo.
Yeah, thank
Sitting
you.
here with his pearls and his iridescent shirt, okay, bulge going.
Oh, where's the ball? I got my shirt down. There's nothing happening down here.
I'm a dick connoisseur. I know when niggas got dick, okay? That's one thing I can tell you is when a nigga is packing, bitch. I can tucked or not.
Big dick energy. BDE.
I can tell, look, okay? I can tell when niggas is packing or not. So for Kid Lit, what's next? What do you want to do? How do you see yourself? Like, you know, what do you want to manifest? I always ask people when I do interviews with them, what do you want to manifest when you leave here?
I'm trying to manifest success, millions. Like I want shit, I want myself to be heard. You know, that's all an artist really wants. I think any struggling artist kind of wants to know that their shit is heard and that people heard the message. And when I get the feedback that I get now, it's reassuring to know that people are listening and like it's gonna continue.
How was it performing at World Pride? Because I seen that World Pride thing. Like, how was that to you? Because,
it was amazing.
Like you said, you haven't been doing music that long.
Yeah.
The Big Dogs was at World Pride.
Big Dogs.
Big dogs.
Yeah.
Very big dogs. They went and got Madonna to come to World Pride.
Thank you, Kendrell. First of all, shout out to Kendrell. He does
Kendrell
this really dope Sylvester.
Oh, Sylvester. Yeah. I know Kendrell. That's a friend of mine.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to Kendrell. He's amazing.
Really dope.
Yes.
He actually plugged me in for that.
Yes,
gig,
that's really dope. Kendrell's amazing.
I like people like and Warren Buffett was right. You got to make friends with people who will better you. And like, you know, at this point, I can't give anything to people who. I mean, I can give opportunity, I can give introduction, shit like that, but I'm always grateful for people who do introduction and shit like that. So he plugged me in, I got the connect, and I pursued it.
Well, you did
and
all
they were
Pride,
interested.
though.
She
you did Harlem Pride,
a
World Pride.
little soft audition. She liked it. She liked what she heard, and she booked me. And so it was amazing. You know, like the talent, you know, on the stage that day was great. We had Princess Nokia. We had a couple of big artists on the stage that day. Even when I did CC Peniston, the feeling is never going to change for me. It's always butterflies. There's always a little bit nervousness, but people like the reaction of the crowd like woos me and it gets me excited and it makes me know that I'm doing.
You did World Pride. You did Harlem Pride.
Yeah, I did Queens Pride.
Queens Pride.
I did.
That's
New York
a dope
Pride.
thing to be
I'm a little
an
Pride
artist
staple.
and still not be too big headed not to come and do Pride.
Yeah.
You know. And that they
that's what I'm going for.
And that you're that talented that they say, come to World Pride, come to Harlem Pride, come to Queens Pride, come to Pride. You know? Because they sometimes, like I said to you, they're looking for the shenanigans.
They want the shenanigans. But they got the shenanigans too. Don't get it twisted. They definitely booked that too. On the stage there were a couple shenanigans, but it was fine. We like shenanigans.
Yeah, we all like shenanigans, but it's just like, you know, for you to be the artist and the person.
There's room for everybody, y'all. That's what I always think. There's room for everybody.
I'm not saying that it's not room for anybody. I want to get misconstrued what I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying what the push is. You get
what
I'm saying to you?
The push is definitely giving like the Todricks and the Saucies and, you know, all that.
Right.
I get it.
And those girls don't pay homage or give respect to it.
Give me like what do you think of Frank Ocean? You think that's like...
I love Frank Ocean because he's able to be an artist and stay away from all of that stuff.
I like him too.
And he's able to keep his artistry.
Yeah.
Is what I can say. I don't have to be a big fan.
He's an influence of mine. Him, Azalea Banks, all of them.
Yes. So my best friend, that's so funny that you say that. My best friend Gene. Okay. Today we were having this conversation. He said I know he knew who you was.
Yeah.
And we were talking about you, and I told him I was interviewing you, and he said yes. Kid Lick gives me the male Azalea Banks, and the reason he said it was
she wouldn't like to hear that.
That's her fucking business. She's a Gemini.
Azalea, I'm not close. I mean, Azalea Banks is
she's a Gemini.
She's in her own category.
But no, I'm just saying this. I think what my best friend was trying to say was the sound, the thing. You know, you give a male Azalea Banks, and he
she's
said
a big influence of mine.
Yes, and he said that he can tell that by listening to your music because also when he puts in Azalea Banks, you come up.
Oh, no way. That's funny.
And that's how he
Wait,
knew.
do I really?
Yes.
Wait a minute.
I swear to God to you. I'm not. God struck me.
Come on, is this Pandora? Let me find out with the metrics.
He said, when you put in Kid Lit, he said, Kid Lit comes up because I listen to Azalea Banks and that what comes up on my playlist. So when he went to go look for you, you were already there. Yeah,
save that track, favorite it. We need
That's
all
dope.
the plays.
So how do you feel about being compared to that? Like
I feel like honored. I mean, that's like amazing.
Yeah, that's
she's a huge
huge
influence of mine. You know, I've met her a couple times. You know, I know her background dancer pretty well, And I support her through all the shit. Like I bought her soap and everything. Like, you know, I'm into Azalea.
She looks like she needs soap, but you know.
No, don't play my girl. She is unrivaled and unmatched.
I'm not playing her. The bitch can't
Bow
beat me
down
up.
to a queen that motherfucking
shout out to her, but you know, I come from the era of like a Crystal Waters and you know, like you said, like a CeCe Peniston.
But let me tell you, if Instagram was out back then, some of those icons would be giving you an Azalea Banks moment.
Yeah.
Some of them were crazy.
Yeah.
Actually, some of them were like crazy. And Azalea, I don't think is crazy. I think she's misunderstood in a lot of
right.
ways.
I mean,
so.
They don't want her to be as strong as she is.
She's a strong black woman.
Yes.
What? Like
and
white people do the same shit she does, and they get rewarded.
Right, I know.
It
comes to me when it comes to like black women standing up who have artistry and have creativity and all that kind of stuff. It's just any kind of.
But I like Crystal Waters too, though. By the way,
black women.
I'm all about it.
Yes,
Crystal
but I'm
Waters.
saying when it comes to Azalea, it's like you can't speak your mind. Like I don't think she was lying about all the stuff that was going on or whatever goes on. They're scared of her because she speaks her mind and she's creative and she's smart.
Yeah.
She's smart.
Yeah,
she is
came
really
into the
smart.
industry really young, unfortunately.
Yes.
Like people take advantage of shit like that.
But she's smart. Mm-hmm. They don't want you to be an intelligent black person.
They don't like
when
that.
you're an intelligent black person, you're crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're crazy.
But I'm so glad that, you know, it's unfortunate this year it had COVID and all this other stuff, but with all these protests and all these reforms and COVID, all these deaths, there's a lot of the old school is dying out. Like, people are really not taking shit no more. Like, black people are through with it. And
my grandmother said the same thing the other day. She called me all the way in Hollywood, California to be like, black people won't take it no more.
They're not taking shit no more. Like,
Grandma, I'm on vacation.
Everyone got their phone out these days. Everyone, and I love it. Like, everyone has their phone out. Everyone's being held accountable. The whole Karen Ken movement. Like, I'm all for that shit. Like, I'm like, people need to, like, we can't take this shit no more. So I think Azalea is ahead of her time. You know, I think she was ahead of her time. If she came out during this era this year and did all the shit she did back then, people will actually be supporting her through this. Actually, I think.
Yes.
I think she came out the wrong time. It's just timing.
I mean, she's gonna get hers though. She's gonna get hers.
Yeah.
She's gonna get her Madonna moment. She's gonna get her thing. She's gonna get her level of legacy.
Look at Madonna. Madonna's done
to.
so much shit.
Yeah.
And she's still out here thriving. What?
They didn't take
from Detroit? Yes. Oh shit. Shout out to my best friend Akua. She's doing community development in Detroit. And shout out to Ryan Nika, also in Detroit. Some of my best friends.
Everybody, this is Sipping Tea with Miss D. I'm AKA Miss D, AKA Darnell. Shannon's in the building. Jason's in the building. Kid Lit is here. Kid Lit Music is here with us. You can hear me? Oh, sorry. We're going to get into the Kikis of the week now, though, because you're sitting here. And the thing that I do is Kiki. The Kikis of the week, though, the first Kiki, D, you ready for me? The first Kiki of the week is Lisa Ray says no to gays. Lisa Ray this week, see, this is why I love what I do. Lisa Ray this week said that down low bisexual men should be outed. How do we feel about...
I heard when she said... I remember I did see a clip of that.
She's been saying it several times because Lisa Ray feels like Will Smith took away her husband.
So was it giving tea? Like, was her ex-husband the governor? Was that really taken by Nikki?
So she feels like who was...
Or was it taken by a nigga?
Lisa's
like, what happened?
Ex-husband... No, sorry. I got it mixed up. She feels like Dwayne Martin, Tisha Campbell's ex-husband...
Is playing with Will.
The one... Something with them and the husband and taking away the husband, and then the one in Barbados. The one in Barbados cheated on her or something.
The one in Barbados cheated apparently with Nikki, who's Eddie Murphy's ex. That's what I heard.
So
go ahead, you got it.
No, I'm not stopping you. I was just stopping you.
Go ahead.
I didn't know. I forgot that's what that was. So she said that bisexual men should be outed. Is what she's saying. But now I have to say is, what's your hatred towards bisexual men?
But that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, it makes me think, was it not Nikki and was it a Dickie? Like, what was it giving? Like, what was it really giving? Because I'm like, what is it like?
Was it not Nikki and was it a Dickie?
Like, that's what I want to know.
Dickies are tricky.
Do be tricky.
Very tricky.
Was the governor getting dicked down or was it giving like...
So, you know what? I didn't realize...
out the tail because... To leave Lisa Ray, I feel like if you go with
Lisa
Nikki,
Ray's no Lisa Ray that she wasn't playing.
Oh no, but when she was with the governor, she was snatched. When she was with the governor, she was snatched.
On Fox Soul.
She kept herself together really well.
No, I'm not saying that she hasn't. Happy birthday to Lisa Ray. Lisa Ray's birthday was yesterday. Happy belated birthday to you. But Libra women have a habit of doing that, and Libra women also have a habit of being like, my husband, and I don't know why my husband left me. A la Offset is Cardi B and Offset is getting divorced.
Ooh.
Cardi B's a Libra.
That's a whole thing.
Lisa Ray's a Libra.
Is it like a strong
complaining about men
personality
on
type of
TV?
thing? Is it strong personality?
Libra women might be doing something they need to check. But why is Lisa
I don't
Ray?
know if it was Cardi
now that
B
she's-
though. I feel like Offset just couldn't keep digging his pants. That's what I heard.
It's probably huge. Anybody,
It makes sense.
if you have a big dick, that's a license for you to give it to everyone. Sorry. Like big dick guys have a permit to be like, here, you get some, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. You know, big dick guys have a license to do that.
They've got to get it out.
Yeah, they have to.
Not one whole
right.
stretching that
Everybody
out.
should
Like,
see
not
this
all day.
big dick. This is what makes me the man that I am. So everybody needs to see it. I feel like Lisa Ray saying what she said was, I mean, you know, the girls up there, the Claudias and all of them, I'm not knocking them. I'm not knocking the radio show. I'm not knocking what they do or whatever.
Yeah.
But, you know, you have to do shit for the hit factor. You have to say shit for the hit factor and all that kind of stuff.
I feel like that's what
because
she was
now that
gathering.
you explained it to me and we broke it down, what was the reason for her really saying it?
I don't know. I'd like to know. I'm trying to figure out.
And me dealing with the trade.
Yeah.
Deal with the trade.
Okay.
I'm in love with a piece of trade that's bisexual and on the
I'm
down
in
low
love
and all that
with
kind of
the
stuff. And all that kind of stuff. I feel like everyone has the right to do whatever they want to do sexually and don't have to broadcast it or telling you that, you know, that they're doing it. I don't have to tell you I can suck 5 dicks a day.
I agree.
Do I have to tell you
agree.
that? Do I have to tell you that I got 10 niggas on my phone right now?
For
and
her-
they're all talking about I'm down the street from you. I'm on Fordham Road.
Yeah.
I'm on the Grand Parkway.
But just because
Do I
Lisa
have
Ray
to tell you
says
that
something
every
doesn't
day?
mean she said it with logic. Because the gag is, you can say what you want, girl, but the niggas are still gonna lie. Like niggas lie every day. That's you don't trade for paid and know you gay.
Yeah. Getting
How
into
much
that,
would it take
where
to
did-
be your bae?
Right,
That's
so
my
you
guy.
said, right, that's that.
My thing
you
is
said
like-
that came from a personal experience.
It did. I have many personal experience with niggas who claim not to suck dick, but they want to get fucked. Like it's like what? Like,
Oh, yeah.
how?
I
You don't suck dick, but you want to get fucked.
I had somebody the other day who
What?
she wanted to bring me some coin, and she came in. She didn't say anything about getting fucked or even want to be fucked because I haven't never seen her since the first time that I seen
Yeah.
her. So it was kind of a blur of who she was. And when she came there, she was riding my finger like in the middle of my leg, and I'm sitting there like
Bitch is giving.
he's riding my finger. Like why is he riding my finger? And I'm like, sis, this is not how this goes. You know, if you want this pussy stick to get hard, that's not how it goes, sis. You got a lot.
Right.
You got a lot of work to do. And
got a lot
riding
to
my
go.
finger in the middle of my legs like it's my bird. Mentally, I don't know what it's doing for you, but right now it's creeping me the fuck out.
It's a little creepy. It's a little creepy, baby.
So there was no particular reason for Lisa Ray saying this. Is what we learned just now.
But she didn't even need to say it because I'm like, girl, Hollywood is giving very swinger tea. Is giving very swingers, left, right, up, down, every direction. So, girl, if she hasn't lived in that world, she must have been on the islands far too long, and the sun must have hit a strand of hair somewhere that might have been connected to a cell of a brain because she can't really be saying that like she's not aware that half these niggas in the industry in Hollywood are fucking chomping on cocks. Like I don't understand. Like what?
The cast and couch is
The
for
cast and couch
everyone
been
these
different.
days, honey.
It's giving real Me Too, so niggas
Lisa
are being
Ray
careful,
says
but it
no
doesn't mean
to
it's not
gay.
going on. Andrew Gillum just came out as gay. Are y'all kidding me? The whole
I think that was
governor?
another reason
Come
why
on,
she
y'all.
was. Well, no, she
The
didn't.
governor. Speaking of governors.
No, she
Speaking
didn't-
of governors.
he didn't say that he was gay. What happened
Bisexual.
was what happened was, and that's
Bisexual.
fine. Bisexuality exists.
It incorporates gay though. Like if you
Yes, it
if
does,
you
but it
are
exists.
bisexual, you are by definition gay. but like with a twist, you know, like gay with a twist. If you're at a ballroom,
I
you know
don't
what I mean?
really,
Like,
I don't really give them that because gay is like you want to fully represent your homosexuality.
I know. I think there are different spectrums of gay because I'm gay, but I don't all the time like to be identified. Like I'm walking down the street sometimes. I'm in a meeting with people. I don't want them just flagging to I kind of want to talk as a man sometimes, and I want to be understood as a man. Like where like I want to be perceived as a man. And some people, if they see gay, they already
and
discount
this is
that.
why we have the
There's
men.
spectrums of
right,
gay.
There is.
Which is why I'm
But
like
this is
bisexual to
why-
me falls on that. But like if we want to do the LBGG, like we want to do the whole spectrum. Everyone deserves to be identified how they want to. So I gotta respect it. But I don't understand.
And this
all
is
of
why
it,
those
so.
men, just like how you feel,
Yeah.
this is why these men don't want to tell people that they're sleeping with men because the same way. It's
Yeah.
the same way.
Yeah.
That's the same thing.
Yeah.
And for you being in the life and saying that,
Yeah.
that should help people get it the fuck together.
I
Say it
wish.
again.
I
Say it
wish.
again.
I
Say it
wish.
again.
I kind of wish people would just be real. Just be real. Just conform to what you are. Identify with what you want to be. But also,
see, that's not accepting. We can't even conform to
we
being
have
black.
such little bits of this, and that, and even black. Like black is not even like a a monolith. Like it's like there's black Caribbean, black American, black African, black white. It's like everyone's in. It's like so. Sexuality is very much like that. It's like a spectrum. Well,
No.
maybe there's always gonna be consequences.
Yes.
They're not man enough.
The kids will cry.
They're right. They don't.
The kids are
they
crying.
don't go
these
through what
days.
we go through.
Yeah.
No. All 3 cops not charged in the murder of Breonna Taylor.
Well,
Now, before we get into this, on last
that
week's
article
show,
is strong. That's strong language, and I don't want to break that down, but I definitely agree with how they landed it. I
so
agree.
what they did was, to me, and like I said on last week's show, my first show,
Yeah.
I said that they took that money.
Yeah.
And when they took that money and settled, by law, there's nothing else for you to do. We as a state can go back now because you said in a certain way that, okay, you didn't really do anything wrong. We'll take the money for the death. Instead of saying, no, we don't want it and we want justice.
Yeah.
That $12 million mean nothing to the fight that we have everybody out here fighting.
And I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at them. I understand the sacrificial thing for the bigger picture, but the family deserves to come up. If it's to the tune of $12 million, her life is not worth $12 million. It's worth
they
much
gave
more.
the $12
but
million up so fast.
I definitely think the $12 million needed to go to the family, and it's unfortunate because they're never gonna have the privacy they're ever gonna want. Like this is like they're gonna be plastered as like sacrificial lambs of the cause, like for their whole life. Everyone in that who's been in the forefront of those cameras, and that's unfortunate. But like it sucks for the cause because now we've been fighting for this shit for so long. Arrest the cops, who killed Breonna, and people feel like unsettled. Like,
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything about it. I totally agree with what you just said, but because everybody keeps saying that, I can't say that they shouldn't have took that money. I just feel like
I agree.
I feel like them even taking the money so fast. It's been 195 days or whatever it's been.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying to you? You could at least gave it a year.
We just
Gave
don't
it
know their
2
circumstance.
years.
We don't know their circumstance.
I think they
and that's
forced
the
them
thing.
to say, hey, you don't have a case here, really.
Yeah.
Because one thing I didn't know that we were talking about earlier is I didn't know that they intruded in the wrong place.
They did
Which
all the wrong things.
Yes, they did all the wrong things
Bribed
as
the
cops,
boyfriend, everything.
But then the boy shot at them first when they got in there because he thought they were intruders.
No, but I don't know what happens in that state, particularly with like
So in that
Louisiana.
state, they have it's called Walton or Wanton endangerment law or something like that.
There's no self-defense law where you can protect yourself in your own
So
home
that's
with
how
a
they got
licensed
off.
gun.
They got off because of that one law. I can't explain it to you. I had it. I don't have it right now, but it's called the Walton endangerment law because I wanted to talk
It's
about it.
very sad.
Yes, it's a very bad
sad.
law. I mean, just like the fucking stop and frisk.
When
and
you got the
one
mayor
that
of
killed-
Chicago
the one that
saying that.
made George Zimmerman get off with the
sad.
stand your ground and all of that stuff. Like these laws, we worry about who we're putting there, but we can go vote these laws out ourselves.
Yeah, yeah.
We don't have to do that.
That's
with
up to Louisiana.
We don't have to do it with
where that happened.
state representative or someone from Congress or
St. Louis.
senator
Where did
or
it happen?
whatever.
Louisiana or St. Louis?
Louisiana. No, Kentucky.
No. I thought it begins with an
Is
L.
it Kentucky?
No, it's one of the L's.
It's one of the L states. One of the loser states. No. So talking about lambs because you said
Look what
something
they did
about
in Rochester though. Like they tried
yeah,
it.
they do it, and they do it in other places. I mean,
Rochester, they just killed a guy by asphyxiation, and they just did it in Rochester recently.
Right, that was
and it had the
March.
fucking tapes. No, but I'm saying like this year,
Mm-hmm.
that to me it just doesn't make sense that you're still doing this. Like in 2020, it just not.
I don't know. I
makes
think
sense.
they do it. I mean, I think they do it. Like somebody in the media should be like, okay, it's enough. Let's find something else to do.
I love this wall. It's like memorializing like
Everybody.
all the greats. We have Prince. We have oh my
It actually
god.
put-
we
it's
have
actually put-
Sade.
it actually-
but some of the people are still alive. We have Whitney.
No, Whitney's not alive anymore.
No, Sade
Prince
is
dead,
alive.
Rick is dead.
That's Sade.
Selena
That's not
is
Sade.
dead.
Who's that? Oh, that's Selena.
Selena.
That almost look like Sade. So these
Nippy
are all
is
dead.
dead.
Everything's
Luke is
dead.
dead. Everybody on this thing
we
is
got
dead.
Jimmy.
And everybody
Oh, we
on that
got
one's dead
Michael.
also.
Aw.
That's the homage to it. Everybody's
She
passed.
almost looked like Sade in that picture though. I don't know why. It's like it gave me Sade vibes.
Talking about sacrificial lambs because you went to
Yes,
lambs.
yes.
Mariah Carey and Oprah Winfrey has did
Lambs.
a
Yes,
interview.
transition.
And Mariah Carey and Oprah. Mariah Carey's book is called The Meaning of Mariah Carey.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to read something to you. And I think it.
Do you do edibles?
Yes, I actually had an edible yesterday and was in the house fucking giggling and passed out in the house looking at cats spin around in circles. And didn't
Well, are we
understand
going
what was
out
going
after
on.
this? Is that still the plan? Wink, wink.
Your gifts.
I fucking love
guys.
him. Oh, and they're gummies. You know how I love gummies.
They're
You cannot give me those, though. You cannot give me those.
No,
because
baby,
you know why?
You will take a piece of one because it's very strong.
No, I
Here's
need
the
a whole
piece.
one. And like I told, like,
Oh, baby, you will be falling off your ass.
that's fine. If I'm getting bust, I'm fine with that. Not right now. We'll do it when we're going to close out the door.
Okay, good. Well,
So, the meaning of Mariah Carey, if you
shout
haven't
out to
seen,
Tasty Chews, baby.
Tasty Chews, if you haven't seen, and Val's Kitchen's in here falling asleep, Dee's falling asleep.
Val's Kitchen, all here.
Val's Kitchen's all here.
Yeah.
She made us a plethora of food, and I love her down. She came to support. Out of all my
Yeah.
Boltons, she's the first Bolton to come support me radio.
Who's Bolton?
Well, my radio show now. They
Nice.
always come, but she's the first one here on my own thing to come
represent Bolton.
represent
Be in the building
and come to me now. Mariah Carey and Oprah, they came up with this thing because
Yes.
Mariah Carey was saying when she was younger, she didn't know that she was talented or whatever because she was in an abusive home and her parents were sucky.
And then
You know,
she
was
became
a-
the ATM with the wig on.
And right, then she became the ATM with the wig on.
and all that.
Yes, and she became the ATM with the wig on. But it took a childhood friend to
Yeah.
go. When I hear you sing, I hear instruments behind you, right?
Yes.
And Oprah said, when I was in school, I took that teacher, like we were talking about teachers,
Yes.
to go like, oh my God, like you're extremely smart with all that's going on with you. I know what's
Yeah.
going on at home.
Yeah.
Like you're huge, you're smart, you're big.
Yeah.
You know, and then that wasn't being embraced at home, right? So they said together, you live in a world where you couldn't be seen, in a family where you could not be seen. The validation comes from your friends and strangers.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, that's 100%. Like, I say that now with music. I have friends who have supported me in the early years of my music, and I'm grateful for that. I will never forget that. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't rate people. I don't count things with friends. So, like, if you support them one time, you support them one time. That's fine. It's good. But the support has stopped a lot from friends and family. It's stopped drastically, and it's because people get tired of seeing the journey, and they should. Like, why? You know, they want to see you level up. They want to see you make it already. They just want you to get to the final result. They want to ride. They think it's cute at first, and then it's like, you know, when
And then
you really
become
hit,
an ATM with a
then it's
pink
like,
suit.
then you become an 18 with a wig on. No wig.
ATM with the pink suit.
Well, with the pink suit.
And the
With
glitter, the
and the
sequins.
glitter. That's it. No,
Right.
but I'm still working. I've still got some place to go.
Because my sister was on the phone with my mother the other day and was like, that's the one that's going to get the bag. That's the one you should be
Yeah.
asking for money. And I'm like, what the fuck? I just sent her money. I send her money all the time.
Yeah, but see, that's the gag. But they get tired of it, and eventually, like, the strangers start pulling in. Like, it's like
And then they
people
get
you
jealous
don't
that the strangers
see.
are showing you.
Oh, they get so
showing you.
jealous. Oh, but you wasn't like this when I met you. Oh, you wasn't like all the fucking. All the shits. They give you all the shits. You wasn't like this. But like the support is felt from strangers. I appreciate, and I actually think strangers develop your content a lot better than friends and family because they tell you more of the truth than I think your own family and friends do. And I appreciate that. Like, they critique your music. I have people who inbox me about shit that I'd be like, thank
OnlyFans? You got an OnlyFans? We talked about
I don't have
OnlyFans
an
before.
OnlyFans, no.
Don't do it. So
No.
this is what they say to this. Success is the best revenge. Success is the ultimate resistance.
Right.
Right? D, before we get out here, can you pull up that meme for me real quick? No, it never came? Okay, so it was this email that I found this week that I want to talk about, and it said,
Talk to
if
me.
the gays started giving up their list,
Yeah.
a lot of hetero men would be in trouble. Do we agree with that?
I totally agree. I just had a situation the other day like this, you know. But it's funny because a lot of hetero men just give it up already, bro. Just, you like what you like, you enjoy what you enjoy. Just like, why can't we all be free? Like, that's the world I would love.
I mean,
to
they
live
have
in.
it's a lot against them in this world, and they don't need that on top of everything else.
But
that's
there's a
going
lot
on.
of, like, you know, for the lack of a better word, faggots who out here just like out in people doing stupid things with guys.
See, I'm not that kind of faggot.
And no, there's a lot of the
Because
girls
it's
who
one
are like
person.
that.
It's one person right now that I can destroy.
Vindictive.
I can destroy their
Similar,
whole
baby.
existence.
I have a lot
to the
in
point
my
that I
Rolodex.
have
Yeah.
paper receipts,
all that.
video receipts,
Same.
clothes receipts,
We all got one.
DNA receipts. I have all of that, and he chooses to play with me.
Yeah.
Chooses.
Well, I don't have
So
no one
that's
to
why
play
the
with me
meme,
right
the
now, so
meme,
you're in a
the
different...
meme had some kind of
Yeah.
relevance to me.
Yeah.
If gay men start really releasing their list,
Oh, that's true. That's 100%
a lot
true.
of bitches out here would be the fuck upset.
They'd be shook. And there'll be a lot of dead gay males because you know what they do to the trans girls. No, I'm serious. They do it to the trans
Well,
girls.
I don't think there's a lot of muscle cunts running around here now that knows a good jujitsu.
Baby, the girls out here needs to
The
carry
girls know how to chop a
tasers
bitch
and
up.
protection. It's
Because
2020.
you can't beat a bitch that be in the Rikers. If a bitch been in Rikers and been in the same cell and been in around the same shit, that you did,
Tasers.
bitches is out here, bitch. My blade
Pepper
is in my
spray.
purse all the time, bitch. I got my blade in my purse, bitch. My blade
Blades.
is my machete turkey cutter out this bitch. She cut turkeys, bitch. So when I learned she cut the turkey leg off easy, she's gonna cut you off easy. You get what I'm saying to
Give
you?
us some deli meat. Yes.
Tell them where they can find you, your Instagram, your videos,
Yeah.
your YouTube, where you might have something on Pornhub if you
I'm
have
gonna make it real
like something.
simple. I got a freak Twitter, but I'm not giving you the link.
Oh.
It's
Yeah, I'm at the-
kidlitmusic.com. It has everything on my website. So like literally go on my website, kidlitmusic.com. My Instagram's on there. If you Google me, kidlitmusic, everything comes up. So just find me on my website, kidlitmusic.com.
And I am Miss D, aka Darnell.
Sippin'
Darnell,
tea.
aka Miss D, Sipping Tea Miss D.
With the D.
So click, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube. It's under Darnell Thomas because in the end, that's who's going to pay the bills is Darnell Thomas. Miss D might dwindle away years and years on down, but Darnell Thomas is going to pay the bills. This is DSN. We're at D Matrix Studio. Val's Kitchen is here.
Cheers.
Jay Johnson is here. And there you have it, bitches. Kidlit music, okay?
Bye,
D, can we go out to girls? Girls is my favorite.
That's my song.
Yes, sipping tea with Miss D, bitches. See you next week. This show will be up Monday, 8 p.m. Monday, 8 p.m. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Sniff and do your bumps, and then come watch me Monday night.
Maybe some
Now, Val's Kitchen, bitch, get your food.
My brain